Hello, my name is Melanie and I would like to share a story about God's love, miracles, and blessings in my life and in my family. Okay, I got married in 2015 to my husband Adam, and then in 2016 I moved to Nebraska. After there for a while, we moved to Arizona where God gave Adam a new place. Then after we got a new place, new job, and we got settled and we were ready for a baby. And it was a new change for my life to adjust, so a lot of things that I have to do. And I learned how to drive, and then it was a challenge for me as well, for somebody who never drove before in her entire life. And I have to be honest that there was a moment I cried. I got upset and sad, of course. Every month I waited to get the pregnancy sign, but it didn't happen. And my husband comforted me that we have to be patient and then don't stress about it. So we kept praying, and then till my parents came to visit us in Arizona. And I told my dad that because he's a man of faith, I told him to please pray for us because we want to have a baby boy. In his prayer, he laid his hands over us. He said, God, please give them a baby girl and baby boy, or a baby boy and a baby girl. And I was thinking, I just asked for one baby boy. I don't know what, but I trusted that God knows the best for us. And yep, 3 weeks later, they left Arizona, went back to Indonesia. I got pregnant, and then I just realized that God prepared me to get adjusted with the new life, knew how to drive, so then I would be able to get around by myself, get everything done. And the timing was perfect. And I got the baby in 2018 in March, our first beautiful daughter, Freya. Then after a while, when Freya was 5.5 months, I got my period, which I found it a bit odd because I breastfed the baby, but at the same time, like, oh, I got the period again. It was a little bit irregular and then a bit different, so I had myself checked to the doctor. And then doctors mentioned that after ultrasound and stuff, he found there was something that unusual. It's like a thinning line in my uterus, and he needed to have it checked and sampled because he was wondering what it could have been, like anything. Then I had myself checked, and then I had a little surgery. At the time when the surgery happened, my parents came to come and visit us again to take care of my baby Freya. And then somehow, like, I was exhausted all the time, and after the surgery done, I went back to my doctor and told him that it's still happening, like the bleeding is still happening for a long time, for a period of time, and then it's heavy, and I just wonder why, because we just had our surgery done. And he thought it was a little bit unusual too, because it wasn't supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like finish and then regular again, back to regular again. So he did offer some advice. One of the advice was, like, the options was take birth control, and he wanted me to not lose a lot of blood, otherwise I would be anemic, because it made me exhausted just being, like, not doing much. So that's what he was concerned about. And we didn't do anything. We just prayed to God again because we wanted to have a baby again. And it was after 12 or 13 months from Freya, the gap. We prayed hard, and my dad was praying and fasting for us for 7 days. No food, no drink. He kneeled down and prayed to God, and we witnessed it because it was in my house. And I wrote everything that I wanted God to know, our wishes. So he prayed for those things. And then after 1 week, he's done with the fasting. He said like, yeah, everything already been prayed for, and then God has heard the prayers. And yeah, I had my faith. I had my full faith. I believe that God heard us. And after my parents left Arizona, 3 days later, I found myself pregnant. And this time, my dad laid his hand over us, and he did pray, God, please give them a son, specifically son. And yep, we had a son. And that's just amazing, because then I realized God gave us based on like his perfect time. He knows the best. He heard our crying, our wish, and then now he blessed me with the baby boy and the baby girl, like what my dad first prayer. And yeah, after I found out I was pregnant, I went back to my doctor, because he's the one that checked me regularly, and he was so shocked, like, oh, Milani. I could tell like his face was not ready, like, oh, I didn't expect you to be here, because it's impossible to be pregnant with the situation like that monthly. And no, with God nothing's impossible, everything's just possible. So I told him like, yeah, God blessed me with another baby again. Oh, great. And he just, yeah, that was a surprise for him, and that's a miracle for everyone to hear this, because otherwise I just followed my faith. I trusted that God would give us right away. Otherwise, if I had taken the pill or whatever, it could have been a different story. But yep, God's timing was the best, and it's always has been the best for us. And we're so grateful for all the prayers from godly people who encourage us to keep our faith strong. And I believe as long as we have a strong faith between me and my husband, we are on the same page, God hears our prayers for anything, for our goodness, for his glory as well. So yeah, I hope my story blesses everyone who hears it. God bless. Hi Mickey. Mau cium mami sayang bu? Mau cium mami sayang?
Cheesy cup. Cheesy cup. Can you say cheesy cup, Skylar?